What a stunning fish. I've been skipping this smaller plastic. I downsized because I was missing a lot of fish. I've had about 15 hits for nothing. And I just changed over to this ZMan rigged on a Snakelockz. If you love fishing with ZMan lures, whether it's the swimmers or these DieZel Minnowz, then I've got a great tip for you on how to rig these things to get better casting accuracy and get more hookups, and I even think more hits. Take a look at this. Oh, Jesus! Oh, did you see that? It's a beauty. He came screaming out. Oh, man, look at the size of this. Boom. That's in the 40s. He came screaming out from behind that log. I was going to put him in the net just to look after him, but God, he snapped me. Oh, Jesus. Wait till you get a better look at this. Awesome stuff. Look at that, hey? Off you go, buddy. Oh, geez, that is satisfying. The sun's still super high in the sky. It's not low light conditions at all. The clouds all cleared. And I've had to change tactics a fair bit because often the jacks fishing around these heavy structures, they're willing to come right out and smash stuff from distance. But you saw where I had to put that lure right into that dark zone. Man, it makes a difference to be able to fish like no guts, no glory with these rigged TT Snakelockz or weedless rigged plastics. You just couldn't get in there with any other lure, really. That is just insane. Like what it does to your heart, your whole body just starts going nuts. The adrenaline rush to see that big black just running like lightning underneath that log. It came from the other side, eh? It just heard it. It's not even a decision, it's like an instinct thing. It's so fast. Hopefully you can pick up, you can see the darkness around this edge here. Like in these sort of middle of the afternoon sessions, before you get those big car shadows and the light goes, you've got to be able to get your lures right into those dark zones. Makes such a difference. Like, it is crazy in there. The reason I could see it is because it's so shallow. I can see a little baby mangrove root and a couple of leaves off like a juvenile tree. It's like that big. That's all the depth it had. And the only way you're able to do it is by fishing with these little skipping plastics, something fairly small like that and weedless. It's just made all the difference, eh? These are the little Snakelockz setups that you use if you're trying to fish with these ZMan's weedless. And the way that you traditionally rig it is using this little Chinlockz hook. You'll run it just over that little weight there, and you'll pull it over the weight and then sit it in the body of the fish like that. And the hook sits just snug in between these two dorsal flaps, hidden so that you can drag it over any kind of cover. But what you've got with this is a really movable sort of a system like that in the current, if you're leaving this on the bottom, is a really tantalising way to fish. But if you're slow rolling these things or burning them back out of structure or fishing in hard against cover, then what you really want to be doing is fixing this lure up so that it's not going to get snagged, but it's going to skip and cast a lot better and even swim with a more realistic profile in the water. So that's how I like to rig it. I'm actually massaging that ZMan further up so it gets right up next to that little weight there at the front, and that means that you've just got a single profile. It doesn't have a big gap in the middle, which is really unnatural for a fish or a silhouette of a fish, and it means that it skips a lot better as well. So you still run it there hidden in that dorsal fin like that, but that allows you just to get better skipping action and just a lot better hook up as well, because you're not getting those short strikes as bad with the hook further up the head of the lure. So the only difference is, instead of just pinning it down there and just getting that tiny little bit of Z-Man to go over that little weight in the chin locks, the way that you rig it is, and it's fairly simple, you run it through the middle of the Z-Man like that, and then bring it out, and hopefully I can show you this, but you bring it out at the top of the belly slit there. The way they've been designed, they've got like this belly slit that you can sit your lure hooks through, and then that means that you can just massage it over all of that stuff, including the little twisty bit of wire. And all you want to do is just make sure, once you get it over there and hook it up, you line it up, hook it up, and just make sure that it is sitting nice and flat. And that's the best way, I reckon, to get skip casting going with these Z-Mans, and to make them super weedless, is to run them like that. And then you just position that little, that's it, like that. Look at that. That's probably the best way to set up your weedless plastics for skipping if you're using Z-Mans. They tend to move down after you fish them really heavy. I like to fish with like a 1/6 ounce on the front, but 1/4 ounce is fine. You can do it with basically any of them. But for a mangrove jack or a bass, that is just a fabulous way to rig them and to fish them like that in heavy cover, over timber, around the old logs and rock bars and things like that. So if you like this tip or you like these videos, make sure you leave a comment in the section below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you're catching fish on stuff like this and skip casting, let me know in the section below. I'll see you in the next video.